Hey, it's Corey with the Meals team at Keller Williams. Today, I just wrapped up my last closings for 2019. It was a listing that we had, and we also represented the buyer. So now that that's done, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I'm done for the year for 2019. And if you're a real estate agent or if you're in sales, I'm gonna give you 3 tips on how to get rid of that thought process. That way you don't shut things down now, and that way you're not in January, February, and even into March struggling for leads, struggling to close deals. So you guys stay tuned and we're gonna talk about that. All right, so we're gonna get right into these 3 tips on how you can stay focused from now through the end of the year to make sure you don't have a dip in production going into January, February, and possibly even into March. The number one thing that I can tell you is to make sure that you stay dedicated to your lead generation activities and lead follow-up. Every morning that you're planning on working through the holidays, be sure that you're on the phone, texting, emailing, and following up with those leads and following up with those clients. The second thing that I can tell you to do is if you are planning on taking off time, which I hope all of you are planning on spending time with your family to relax, just kind of reset. But when you take this time off, make sure that number one, you have it on your calendar and it's scheduled. That way you don't have a client call you and say, hey, I'd like to go look at this house, and then you're leaving your family whenever they were expecting you to spend time. Make sure that you have that dedicated time where you are taking off. And then the second reason you want to have this time off on your calendar is so that you aren't looking at your calendar thinking, well, I mean, technically I was going to take today off, or I was going to work, I'm not really sure. And you just want to make sure you have a clear mindset of when you're taking off versus when you're going to be working, and to have it on your calendar is the best way to do that. And then the third and final tip, and this kind of goes back to business planning, is look back at what worked for you in 2019. Go back, source all of your deals, where the lead came from, how you converted them, what you did well in 2019 to close business, and then think about how you can do that in 2020 and how you can grow that business and grow your production in 2020. If you guys have any questions about this video, about how you can make sure to avoid any dip in production in the first part of the year, because the way we start our year off really is determined by the work we do in December, and it's one of the most important times to make sure that we stay focused on our goals and that we have a great start to the year. I hope you guys are doing well. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I will talk to you soon.